Hello, bonjour, Alberta. Did you know that at least 238,000 people speak Français in Alberta? And those numbers just keep on growing? Oui, oui, c'est vrai, it's true. And thanks to Shaw TV Community Access Programming, we get to reach out to everyone to let you know all about special people, places, events, and activities happening right here in this great province, in both English and en français. That's right, mes amis. We begin the first part of our program in English, and then we repeat it en français. So stay with us. Restez à l'écoute.
Welcome and bienvenue to Hello Bonjour Alberta. I'm Marc Lalonde. We're in our 11th season, over 110 episodes, and we continue to celebrate the twinning of the city of Calgary and the city of Quebec. In this episode, we have some interesting people to introduce you to. We have Amadou Makalou.
Hello.
We have his wife, Abi Fou, and daughter, Codou. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Let's start with a bit of your life stories before coming to Calgary. Let's start with you, Amadou. You're from Senegal?
Senegal, yes.
The westernmost bit of Africa, right?
Right, yes.
Right, and Dakar, the city that sticks out just a little bit there.
Oh, exactly. It's the we call it this, the nose of Africa.
Africa. So you
Yeah.
were born a Westerner then?
Oh yes. Yeah, you can say that. So I mean, I was born there in Senegal, and I grew up in a family where parents are teachers. So there's a lot of study, and you know, not too much vacation and things that you can enjoy, but just good in a way. Yeah, you know, it kept me out of trouble because I mean, the neighborhood was not all, you know, all rosy and all great like that. So yeah, and I always wanted to travel, you know, to go abroad and, you know, learn new languages, you know, even though my dad started to teach me English when I was in elementary school, because he's an English teacher. So, but I didn't like that, and I hated English for a while. And
so you spoke Wolof and
Wolof
French?
And French, yeah. So Wolof is a national dialect everybody speaks, and French you speak it at school. So and then English you study from junior high school. That's when you start learning English, from junior high school. So basically, my dad started early to teach us English. So so we didn't like it very much, you know. But when I went to university, I actually chose to study English, you know. But by then, I was more, you know, okay with the language and all that. And I always wanted to start to travel abroad and, you know, see different people, learn different cultures.
So where did you go first?
Well, my plan, I wanted to go to France, you know, and but it was fairly difficult and expensive to go, mainly because we were 6 kids in the family, and mom and dad can't afford to send, you know, one of us or everybody, you know, abroad. So we had to put it on a wait and just wait for the opportunity. So the opportunity happened when I finished university, and there was a government scholarship offered by the Taiwanese government to Senegal. So that opportunity came, and there was about 6 students who were selected to take the scholarship, and I was lucky to have that. And it was a big decision to take because I finished school and I started to work. And you know, when you're from a big family, you know, having more people working is of a big help.
Yes.
But then, yeah, my parents figured that, okay, this boy, he wants to go out there and travel, and I didn't show any interest in staying. So they were like, okay, well, if you think you want to go, yeah, just go for it. So that's how I ended up in Taiwan. Yeah.
So you went directly from Senegal to Taiwan?
Yeah, directly from Senegal to Taiwan.
Okay.
So
and you took some courses in Taiwan?
Yeah, exactly. So the scholarship was one requirement was to study Chinese Mandarin for 1 year before you could, you know, go out there and choose the subjects you want to learn. So that was one of the requirements. So we went for language school for 1 year, and you know, we had to take drama. I mean,
Well, let me stop you there and let's switch to Abi now.
Yeah.
So Abi, you were born in Taiwan.
Yeah, I was born and grew up in Taiwan, and that is not China.
It's not China,
It's
Taiwan.
not China.
No.
They have the giant bicycle and the HTC, and the famous bubble tea is come from Taiwan.
All from Taiwan.
Yes, that's where I come from.
So Taiwan is an island, is it?
Yeah, it's the small island with lots of people.
How many people?
I can't remember.
Millions and millions and
There are a lot of
millions.
people, yes.
Yes, lots of businesses and lots of activity
Yes.
going, etc.
Yes, that's
Okay.
true.
So you went to school in Taiwan, and
Yes.
then what kind of work did you do?
I've been working since I was in high school, doing the work and studying at the same time, and convenience stores and the customer service and factory workers. So I do all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah.
So you've had a bunch of different jobs.
Yes, I have different jobs.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you meet this fellow?
That is quite interesting story.
That she remembers. Oh yeah, or she will remember. But don't ask her about the dates.
Okay.
Yes, I
well,
can
we
remember
don't
the
care
dates.
about the dates.
If you want to know about the dates,
Just,
then
just
ask
give
me.
us the short version of the story. Sure.
Okay, just went on shopping for a relaxing Friday night or Saturday night. I can't remember, but then just in the shop and I met him.
So he was in the shop too.
He was in the shop too, and there I was a girlfriend with me to shop, and he said, "Wow, where's my shadows? I can't remember. I can tell that's my shadow, and that's his shadow. That's too tall." Yeah, that's we started to talking and give a sign, and something like that.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I like.
what happens after that, Amadou?
I mean, I also do like shopping, so I like to hang out at the because there's a lot of things. Most of it you can do in Taiwan. You know, there's a lot of shopping. So,
Right.
and basically, you know, we met at the store. So she was just standing by. I was trying a shirt, and he was standing there. So I asked her, "So what do you think of this shirt? Right? How do I look?"
That's a good line.
Well,
Yeah.
Remember that.
yeah, so I just saw her and I asked her, you know, out of nowhere. So you know, so that happened. You know, when you have, you know, interest to somebody, if you want to start a conversation, right? So,
You're interested in.
and she didn't say, you know, she didn't just walk away. She just say, "Oh, yeah, I think it looks good," you know. So do you think the arms are a little short? She said, no, that's fine. I'm like, okay, yes, okay, yeah. So I made one point. So
Made a contact.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So that's how we started, and you know, the rest. So.
Rest is all just normal stuff.
Yeah, no myself,
Yeah.
you know, getting the contacts, you know, and you know, because you want to keep in touch with the person, right? So you don't want to be, because you don't know if you're going to meet that person again. Because actually, that day I was going out.
So how
know.
long did you know each other before you got married then?
Oh yes, I mean we went out. I mean for about a year. You know, we were in a relationship for about a year. Yeah, and before we started having plans to get married.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was.
And Codou was born in Taiwan, wasn't she? Abi?
Yes, she was born in Taiwan.
Yes,
Yeah,
I think in the month
Abi.
of June. And,
Yes.
And when after that did you decide to move to Canada?
Oh yeah, because
It's a long story.
yeah, it's a long story because I had plans to come to Canada in 2012 because you know some of my friends were talking about it. Oh, it's a good place to go for family, for kids, and all that. I was like, okay, why not give it a try? So I sent an application. I got that, and then I traveled to Montreal in 2012. But then I stayed for 1 week at my cousin because I wasn't sure whether I wanted to stay or not. So I went back to Taiwan, and back then we just started our relationship for about 3 months. So you know, I was like, okay, I still have business in Taiwan. Yeah, I'm not just gonna give up and stay
Yeah, so
here.
you're
You
gonna
know.
go back. And you were
Yeah.
working there. You were working for Acer, was it?
Yeah, Acer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was working for Acer for a year. Before Acer, I worked for another company, computer company too. But back then, I was working for Acer. And
Okay.
after Babyco was born, then we realized, okay, well, Taiwan does offer a lot of things, but it's a little bit hard for parents to have time to look after the kids and work because the working hours are pretty long.
Long working hours. That's what you were
Yeah,
telling
you
me.
do
Yes.
like 11, 12 hours a day.
Wow.
That's normal day, work day. So So that's when we figured, okay, now we have a plan B. We can go to Canada, and she wasn't sure whether she'll like it or not. I would say, okay, this is the deal. We go.
Right.
If you don't like it, we come back.
Right.
So we.
So when you got here, what happened when you got here?
What happened? I mean, when we got here and right before we got here, so I mean, one thing was to find a place to stay, right? So I started looking online, and that's how I found some, Mark Lalonde, a homestay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're laughing here because they came and stayed with us for 5 months, essentially. Yes, we do homestays, my wife and I, for travelers, students usually. This was the first time we had a couple with a baby. So it was great. And you arrived the day after the September snowstorm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that must have been a little shocking to arrive, and there's already snow in September. It was September 10th or something. Awful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. I mean, for me, it was like, oh wow, really already? There's so much snow. But for her, it was like, oh. Yeah.
Looking forward to that. I take it, Abby, you didn't enjoy the hot, humid summers in Taiwan?
No, no one will like that.
No one
no
would
one
like
will
that.
like that. Yes, it's too humid, it's too
Yes.
hot. Yes.
So you came and then spent a winter.
Yes.
Is that a good way to convince someone to come and stay in Canada, do you think?
Yes, I really do.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that. If you like snow, enjoying the
Or anybody
fresh
likes
air
Yeah.
and big space for
Big space.
exercise or anything, yes, you should come to Canada. Yes.
Lots of time and space.
Yes.
Great, great. So, and Codou has grown quite a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You now live in a condo complex.
Yeah.
And you were mentioning it's like the United Nations there.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there's like people from all different countries, all these kids, around. There's a lot of kids in our neighborhood, and which is quite nice because she's standing right by the window saying hi to everybody out there, I mean, and it's just nice to see there people from everywhere who are able to like it here. It's comforting in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
All of that.
Mm-hmm.
And she plays outside with all the other little children?
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, sometimes she plays with the kids, sometimes she runs by herself. She goes away, she wanna get on the bus because she likes to sit on the bus or stuff like that. She likes to be free and just yeah. So I follow her. We just take a walk. Wherever she wants to go, we go. So. Yeah.
Now, Abby, you are continuing to do the work you were doing in Taiwan when you left,
Yes.
aren't you? So can you kind of describe a little bit what that is?
It's kind of media monitor.
Media monitoring.
Yes, so I use the internet to do a lot of the paperwork on the internet. So that's why I can keep working.
So you look for the companies showing up on
by mail or Skype, yes.
all kinds of
Thanks
things
to
like
the
that.
internet.
Okay, so you're still working in Taiwan, but you're here.
Yes.
Yeah, the hours are a little funny,
Yeah, the hours are
unfortunately.
different.
And you, Amadou, you're working for a security firm,
Yes, security company, ADT Security.
and you're in customer service.
Customer service, yeah, customer service or data services.
Oh yes.
So we process data. We kind of program the panels for the technicians who are on site.
Oh,
So
that
we
sort of
do
thing.
customer service. So French and English. We talk to customers. So yeah.
So being bilingual, or in your case, quadrilingual, because you also speak Mandarin quite well, don't you?
Mandarin, yeah.
Yes, we went grocery shopping, and he starts talking Mandarin to the people at TNT here in Calgary, and they were quite surprised. All of a sudden, he was their best friend. I'm sorry, we're out of time for the English interview. We'll do the tea service in the French interview. Thank you
Okay.
so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
For our viewers, please stay with us. On continue en français.